President Trump remains at Walter Reed National Medical Center tonight, where he will spend the next few days. The president in good spirits, even tweeting out that video you just saw a few hours ago. My next guest is not only a doctor, but also battled COVID-19. Senator Bill Cassidy joins me now. Good evening, Senator. Aside from your being a senator, you are someone who has had COVID-19 and you've recovered. First of all, how are you feeling?
Oh, I feel great. That was about 3 weeks ago. There's still a little bit of lingering. I don't smell quite the same, don't taste quite the same, but otherwise it's all good.
All right. So what can you tell us and the American people what you think the president might be experiencing right now based on what you went through at this point of COVID?
They mentioned he had fevers. They mentioned that his oxygen level went down. That tells us that virus had actually probably entered his lungs and was beginning to have a reaction. When they gave the antibodies and then the remdesivir, they clearly were just trying to stop the virus in its tracks and keep it from affecting the lungs. The fact that the doctors are giving a good report, Mark Meadows just did, and he's given us a video in which it looks fantastic, no oxygen, tells us the treatment's working, the president's on the mend.
Well, clearly, and this doctor just issued a statement to Fox News that we just read a few minutes ago. I mean, you know, no oxygen, no fever, all seems to be on the mend. But, you know, we hear stories of people who are in their 40s and their 50s who have COVID. And, you know, the president is over 70. I believe he's 74. But they seem to have lingering effects. I mean, what do you think that the president might have, given that you're a medical doctor, in terms of lingering effects, if any? I mean, does it depend on the patient?
It does depend upon the patient. We don't quite yet know who gets what and why they get it. He does have risk factors. He's over 70. He's a little heavy. Too many Big Macs. So it could be like me, very mild, just some alteration of your taste and smell. Some people continue to have problems with their lungs or with their heart. So we hope that not to be the case. The president, incredible resilience. We think of the stress that he's been under for the last 4 years. He does incredibly well. You'd like to think those kind of genes, if you will tide him through, but we will have to watch for that.
Well, the stress that he's been through and the fact that, you know, I don't believe the president has even had a sick day. He's never canceled anything. We've never heard about any event being canceled. In spite of everything that's been thrown at him for the last 3 years and 9 or 10 months, I mean, gives you some sense of his resiliency and you know, his determination and perseverance. Is that part of this fight?
Totally. In fact, I noted that reporters said he looked tired getting on the helicopter. In the years that he's been president, it's the first time I've ever heard somebody describe him as being tired. And I once spent an entire day when he came down to Louisiana, different parts, and at the end of the day, he was still going strong. And he doesn't drink coffee, so I presume it's just the caffeine, you know, a Diet Coke or two. So really a remarkable metabolism. But on the other hand, the virus can be incredibly severe. And we don't yet know what lingering effects there will be. We just have to hope for the president, for Melania, and for everyone who's infected that the viral course be short and it be brief. It should be short and it be kind, if you will.
And no lingering effects. Senator Cassidy, thank you so much for being with us tonight.
Hey, thank you.
All right, Charlie Kirk and Leo Terrell are on deck tonight, but next, Dr. Robert Hariri is back on Justice to break down what's going on with the president and the members of his inner circle battling coronavirus. Dr. Hariri is next.